Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Dominic. A few weeks ago, DJI released the Mavic Air 2, and wow, is it impressive. Mavic Air 2?
This is Mavic Air 2. You may have some questions with the larger sensor. There's a lot more pixels, 48 megapixels to be exact, which means automatic obstacle avoidance.
Okay.
So does 4K 60p video.
What?
You can also slow things down. Wait-o. And yes, there's HDR video.
But that's not what this video is about. Do you guys remember this thing? This is the Phantom 3 Standard. It came out in 2015, but it is still an incredibly capable drone today. However, considering the massive competition this drone now faces, is it still worth the money to buy this drone in 2020? Today we're going to go over 3 key points that will help us determine whether this drone is still worth owning in 2020 or not. Let's go right ahead and get into the first point, the camera. The purpose of having a drone like this is to capture photos and videos. For obvious reasons, it's crucial that the drone has a good camera. The Phantom's camera is attached to a 3-axis gimbal and a shock absorber. This isn't very impressive because every drone has a gimbal, but nonetheless it's very important. The camera itself can shoot 12 megapixel photos and up to 2.7K video at 24, 25, or 30 frames per second. If you're going to want 60 FPS video, you're going to have to unfortunately drop the quality all the way down to 720p. As with most drones, the P3S has a fixed lens, so the only zooming you're going to be doing is going to have to be digital. The Phantom's camera isn't designed for very low light situations. It has an ISO range of 100 to 1600 for photos and 1 to 3200 for videos. But just because you can get up to 3200 ISO doesn't mean you should. With the 1/2 0.3-inch CMOS image sensor, the low light performance isn't going to be great. I always try to keep my ISO below 800 if possible. But don't let this scare you off. I've had several sunset/sunrise shots that were taken in low light, and I'm very happy with how they turned out. Overall, the camera is amazingly capable, especially considering it was made 5 years ago. If you know what you're doing, you're gonna absolutely get some killer shots. The second point is value. This is by far the biggest selling point of the Phantom 3 Standard. The P3S is not sold new anymore from many major retailers, but you should still be able to find a new or refurbished one on eBay, where it will come in at around $300 to $400. Which is surprising to me, because when it was first released, the P3S would sell for about $500. So after 5 years, only depreciating $100 to $200 really tells me that people are still finding a lot of value in the P3S. That's also refreshing for me to hear, because if I were to sell mine, I could get almost as much as it cost brand new when I got it back in late 2016. But the real reason people buy this drone isn't because of the upfront cost, but the amount of functionality for the price. Think about it, getting a 2.7K camera, 3-axis gimbal, very reliable controls, easy to learn, hard to crash drone, with a built-in GPS for $500. Just a plain gimbal for a camera costs about $500 now. If you can find a P3S for about $300 or less on eBay, that's not a bad deal. And finally, our third point we have to consider is the competition. Is the Phantom still the best drone for the price? My quick answer to that would be probably not. There are newer beginner range drones like the Mavic Mini that have better features such as downward facing sensors to assist you in landing, much stronger GPS signals which allow the drone to hold position much better. The Phantom can only connect to your phone via Wi-Fi, which can sometimes be a pain to get working. There's been a few times when I've went out to fly and my device just would not connect to the drone. It would be nice to be able to plug your phone directly into the remote, like you can with the Mavic Mini. The Mavic Mini also has much further range. The Phantom only has about 0.62 miles range, while the Mavic Mini has 2.5 miles range. And this is a big thing. I've been flying over lakes, and I just couldn't get as far out as I wanted to get the shot before the signal gets weak or I lose connection completely, and the Phantom starts returning to home, which, thank goodness for automatic return to home. If drones didn't have that feature, I would have lost mine within the first week of owning it, for sure. So finally, do I suggest owning the Phantom 3 Standard in 2020? If you're looking for a good first drone, this is a great option, but it's probably not the best option. I would look into buying newer DJI drones, like the Mavic Mini. However, it's not going to hurt to look on eBay for this guy. There are a ton of great deals on the Phantom 3 Standard. If you can snatch one of these up for a great price, then do it. Ultimately, you have to make your own decision. This video was just to help educate you more about this drone. If you already own the P3S, should you upgrade? I would say to really consider your needs. Are you at a point where you actually need to upgrade? Remember, this is a very capable drone. I most likely won't be upgrading mine for a while. So go out and use this thing. Know its limitations and work around them. Remember, filmmaking is about creativity, telling a story. The only thing that matters is what's inside the frame lines, not what tools you have access to. If you like this video, you can click on the video that's about to be in the bottom right of your screen, but first, go ahead and give this video a like and drop a comment down below with any feedback or suggestions you have for this channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next Friday.